Well, don't worry, you are not alone.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
Thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio. Stay on further now and stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next session of higher. Thanks for listening.
And thank you for joining me today. I'm Zoe, the mindfulness stress relief coach. Has been but let me tell you, I've been holding. I did some breathing. Okay, through this, and we got through it. You're the mindfulness stress, and today's topic is Chicago politics. As usual, has come to an end. If you are joining us online, Robert Scales, T. Renee, Delta Master, Chris Bay, and Vivian, have you so much for joining this morning. Our guest team are political strategist for the Willie Wilson campaign. And coming up this half hour, we're going to have a little what's called a tease because he can't stay with us that long. He's on a mission to help people all over the planet. So he's got a flight to catch. Join us with F.P. Harris, author of 5 Minutes to Post. He's coming up. And you'd like to put those comments in there or suggestions in there, please feel free. We'd love to have them. We're on Facebook Live, Zelda Speaks, and also on our YouTube channel, the Higher Learning Network TV show channel. So just go into YouTube and type that in. And the same for Twitter and Instagram, it's Zelda Speaks. If you're heading out the door this morning, you do weather update, which is sponsored by sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. There's a $100 bonus sign up for new members if under iTex for businesses that join online, but you must use the promo code ZELDA, Z-E-L-D-A. As we take a look at your traffic report inbound, there is an earlier accident in Elgin. The Elgin Police Department called in. There was a crash on South Grand Avenue and North, I can't understand my own handwriting, National Street, North National Street. That has been cleared up. But as we take a look at the Kennedy inbound, it is 35 minutes inbound, 30 minutes outbound on the inner. It's inbound, 20 minutes on the reverse. On the Stevenson, 35 minutes in, 20 bound. Inbound on the Eisenhower, the early accident, and the two right left road inbound. Southbound on the Bishop Ford near Dalton in the two left lanes, there's an accident blocking traffic. It's 32 minutes inbound, 25 minutes on the outbound, and Lakeshore Drive is 20 minutes in both directions. And that's your traffic update. Sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business or personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. And today's listener's choice is the trivia for the Mindfulness Stress Relief 21-day home program. If you can tell me who my guest is today, you can win that prize. And also, if you're looking to earn extra income, we're always looking for health ambassadors. If you want to make money to learn how to reverse type 2 diabetes, as I did, feel free to go to diabeticdonut.com. There's information there. Also, fundraising for nonprofits. If you want to make money on Amazon or for your personal businesses to stay at home and not have to go out, then you need to go to zeldaspeaks.com, click on training, and the information is there. And remember to set those DVRs for the show Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, and 24/7 right here on the Higher Learning Network TV show channel, which is on YouTube. And our spiritual reading for today is a little late, but better late than never, as I bring to you from January 14th. Today is the 14th, but I'm not going to read from the 14th. I'm going to read from the 15th. And it says, Ever had to go through some things in life and going through? That's exactly what you're doing, going through them. They did not come to stay. So don't get caught up in the frame of mind that's something that you can't get out of. The challenge is to ask for strength to make it through, not make the problem go away. When you ask for strength to endure, the courage to face it, and understanding to make it through, a path will be made if you just believe. All you have to do is believe. You're in the middle. Like my girlfriend, you're tittle in the middle. You're always in the middle, from here to there, and you're in the middle of it. God knows the beginning and the end. Your prayers are your armor, your power of protection. Let me say that again. Your prayers are your armor, your power of protection. You are able to share that experience with someone who's going through what you're through. If you haven't had the experience, there's no test without a testimony without a test. Hello, somebody. Inspirational Conversations with Shalom with Israel, aka Zelda Speaks, Volume 2. And now let's get to Volume 1 with my very special guest who's on the line. We've opened his mic up. Author F.P. Harris, author of the book 5 Minutes to Post. Welcome, Mr. F.P. Harris. Thank you so much for joining us here on Monday Morning Mindfulness. Thank you for your patience. And thank you for your guidance and your wisdom. Thank you. Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate you. We know you are en route to somewhere doing something wonderful for somebody on the planet. So we thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule. Now, I met this man at the Female Solution. We did a live show at the, help me out, FP. Where were we at? 67th and Racine. And this, so tell us how you came to be F.P. Harrison with the book 5. Tell us a little bit about that.
I was a local rap artist in 1993. I released, and this book is for my mother's maiden name. Is the last name. My father's last name, Harris. So, used to when I wrote lyrics, I thought doing the book that speak to people.
Working at the Chicago book, and that's my interest because I think I would have traded maybe sick with that. There was no intercom system. I'm dating myself. Yes, I am. Glad to be dating myself. I had to scream the guys' names down the hall. Nazir. Go ahead. So
for the trade as a runner, like overnight test manager. So I trade S&Ps, many S&Ps. I traded European stock markets, stock exchange. I was Gerard, and I told him that when I first got on board, I used to try to get speaking another language to people. You know, I would come on board a trade, South Africa, and what trading was. That's how these cocoa, coffee, sugar. You know, these are the things that move. Is a part of our daily life, and it's what makes the world go round. I mean, so to be a part of that, to be able to put some money in the stock market and give residuals, and it's huge if people take the time out to learn about it. And it's much better than they say Social Security will not be around, so you need to have a nest egg. You need to have something that you can do when you're not at that job anymore. You need your 30 years and you're retiring. So you need some kind of knowledge of what goes around in the world in stocks.
Hello.
You got farmers that not getting their subsidy. There's just so much going on with the market because of what's happening. You mean, are we saying this only night or are we saying 2 nights?
I don't. Naima, her mic is open. She doesn't realize that. But as you were saying that, as a good example, what's going on in the stock market now? What's going on in the White House right now?
Points, it comes back 200 points, down 600 points. It gets trying back, but it's because of the news and what's going on in the White House, the shutdowns, and the people taking these furlough days, getting paid.
What would you say to someone who's listening who is having an issue and they get a Social Security check every month? What would you say?
I'm sorry, say that again, Zell.
What would you say to someone who's listening who has a Social Security check and they need to learn how to invest just a little bit of that money in the stock market? What would you say to them because of the government shutdown? We're live on the air. We can hear everything you say.
Yeah, so I mean, you have to get some knowledge in what you're trying to trade. So you got Amazon stocks, you got all of these stocks out there, and some of those prices are.
Hello, we're live on the air, and we can hear everything you say.
For people.
Okay, bye.
You got penny stocks, and then they got other stocks that you can get in on. But you got to do your homework. You got to know what you're trading. You got to know what makes that market move. You have to have some kind of knowledge on what makes your product move. So, if you're in the agriculture trade, if you're trying to do futures, you need to know what makes futures, your agriculture futures move.
And how do you do that if you have no access to that? You've never done that. What do you do?
Well, hopefully, in the near future, we'll be sitting down and we'll be creating a trading class, and we'll show people how to. And the first thing is how it trades. A penny, tick by tick. First of all, they got to understand. So each market trades by ticks. So it's 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, and those ticks cost a certain amount of money. So we have to educate them on what makes the market move, how much the market costs, what is those daily range, and things that would help them become good traders. But I'm not really want to sit down, and we want to do them at park districts. We want to do them at like Osmond Park, Hamilton Park, Washington Park. We want to do it at parks where we can community things so we can help these communities and the people in these communities, become independent, and self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And this is not something that one can learn overnight. It's a process. So how long would you say one can expect to study and become astute enough to actually do the meantime until they do? Is there something that they can do to get started until you come up with date, time, and location in order to teach us how to trade on the stock?
You can watch the markets basically. Like I know you can go in and check out the S&Ps, and I think the Chicago Mercantile Exchange a website. If you can join subscribe, you subscribe to them, and they'll send you all kind of information. You can learn some of that stuff off of just watching it. You see how it moves, see how daily reports go, see the settlements, and you have to pick up certain things. And when we start having these classes, you have some kind of knowledge of what's going on in the class. But I say it'll take probably about 2 months for somebody to really get it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get it,
Hold on, Bears.
Emotion, but they really want to get this. It's, I say about 2 months, and that means they're gonna have homework. You know, so
Just hold on, my viewers.
You know, do some homework. You gotta check the markets when you're at home. You gotta, you know, listen to the news, see how the S&P, Standard Poor move, and the Dow Jones move after stories from the White House. So, you know, just kind of educating us, get that the little things about how the market trades. You understand exactly what I'm trying to say, because it's like I said, it's like talking another language. If you don't have no knowledge of stock or trade or futures or options. Okay,
now you gave that information, but for those who are not stock market astute, and you so people have found or go to the website while they're there. You said S&M in Chicago stock market. What's the very first thing to do? The number one thing to do?
It's the CME. You just subscribe to the CME, which is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Subscribe to the CME.
Yeah, to the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Chicago Mercantile Exchange. How are you spelling that? I know my way of spelling it, but it might not be right. I've got MERCANTILE. Is that correct?
All they have to do is go to CME. Okay. CME Group.
CME Group. Okay, the CME Group. Okay, and then after they go there, what do they do?
Now they're going to subscribe to the CME, and what they're going to do is it has different information on it. They say, well, what do you want to follow? You know, so it's to say if you want to trade live homes, or you want to find out what goes on in the office, like what are the prices? You know, if you want to find all those things, they will send all of that stuff out to you.
Oh wow!
Daily, quarterly. So you can get the information to start investigating, not investing, but investigating the market. So that way, like I say, you can become knowledgeable. And then, like I said, with the classes, with the steps, we will show you. We'll show you tick by tick months that they trade, and we'll go through all of those things.
Okay, now you said they will send you, when you subscribe, you want to get it. Did you say daily or quarterly? That's a lot of information to get daily. How important is it to get it daily?
All you need to do is if you want to learn about something that's traded at the CME, just say S&Ps are trading over there, and that'd be a great start. You want them to send you S&P stuff.
S&P.
So you go in there and you say you click on it. I want information on S&Ps. So they're gonna send you information on S&P. And then if you want to do euro dollars, or you want to trade, well, not even trade, but just getting the knowledge of it, you can say euro dollars. If you want live hogs, you tell them live hogs. Cattle. If you want to do the livestock, it comes up. So all you got to do is tap on what you need. And regulation, if you want to know about regulation, what do it take to trade, we'll send you out information about regulation. And so on, just whatever that tweaks your interest.
Okay, and what would you say is a minimum investment for someone on a limited income? What would you suggest if they've, somebody who has the patience and the time, the effort, energy to do this diligently, and they want to get started right away, and they've just got just a little bit of money? What would you suggest after they've done their homework for, say, a week or two?
Well, I know for sure that accounts, when you trade these accounts, every
market has a mini. So, if you trade in corn trades at 12.50 a tick. But you can trade a mini corn. If you trade the mini markets, S&Ps, you can trade the mini market. So the S&Ps, I think, trade at $25 a tick. You can trade it for $12.50 a tick. Most companies allow you to open up an account with $500. They do prefer you to have some kind of knowledge in it because they don't want to take your money. So they want to make sure that you understand what makes the market move, how do it fluctuate, and always get out of your trades. You can't, like I said, you can't trade a loser. So you got to be disciplined. That's the first thing. You got to be disciplined. And everybody knows the rule is to buy low and sell high. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. So if you got a loss, take it. That way you live
to invest another day. And because it's such a risk, investing in the stock market is such a risk, and most folks will probably say, well, I just can't afford to lose any money or very little money. What would you say to those people?
Yeah, then that's when you want to get your stock. You got to find a stock that's doing well, or one that you believe in will do well. Like, now you have to go to the papers and you got to look through the stock markets. You got to see what stock is trading at, what prices they trading at, and then that's when you decide if you want to make that purchase or not. And I think that's the safest way to trade is to trade stocks because futures are more volatile. They trade all day. So it'll be best for someone that just started is to trade a stock, a good stock, and put some money in it and watch the stock. You can't just assume that it's doing well. You have to watch it. You got to make sure you know what it's doing every day.
Okay, and now I've got to ask you this because I know somebody's listening online or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social media, and they would ask, well, since you're the teacher, what do you invest in? If that's not too personal. Excuse me, can you repeat that? Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I trade the mini S&Ps.
You trade the mini S&Ps. Did you all hear that? I hope you wrote it down. He trades the mini S&Ps. And I think that is quite admirable of you to share that information because most people will just keep it to themselves. I mentioned this during the course of the conversation. And you are following what you recommend. That says a whole thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. And it is 7:59, a minute before 8 in the 8 o'clock hour. We've got political strategist Ricky Hendon coming on for the Willie Wilson campaign. So we want to ask you to give us a closing thought on this, and maybe we can have you back like the second week in February. And so that you can spend more time with us so we'll talk again after your flight to wherever you're going. But give us a closing thought on how to handle this stock market. What we should be prepared to do.
Well, once again, like I say, it's an everyday thing. It's what's traded on the stock market. We use it every day. I mean, guys is trading Nike stock, they trade Amazon stock. And then in the futures, we trade coffee, cocoa, sugar. The thing is, if you want to get into the market, just pay attention to what's going on in the world. Start watching the market and see how they trade. See what makes it move. S&P's thing that people should watch is Standard & Poor's and the Dow Jones right now. Because the White House, with the shutdown that was going on there, watch how that fluctuates. 300 points lost, 200 gain the next day, 600
Okay, wonderful. Mindfulness. My guest was author. Mr. Pronunciation. Yes, thank you. If you want to call in, 515-605-9325, press 1 to speak. And I'm being 1-5, and we're going to the female. And thank you.
To back in because and when they back in, they stop.
No, it's part of the human process.
Hold
Feel this
on.
way because you haven't mastered something in your head. You can practice daily. It's really food for the soul not to worry about anything. You gotta promote this service or just make extra money. Of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or 09619.
Hold on for a second. I'm in a commercial break.
Shipping. Speaks.com 40919. Stop worrying.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Chicago have been crying.
Hold on, right back. Welcome to Monday. You just joined us with End political strategist Ricky Hendon, former alderman and state senator, who brings it to you raw, in the rough, in the clear. He tells it like it is. Welcome to the show, to Brother Ricky Hendon. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Female Solution. We are live, Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us, Ricky.
Thank you for having me this morning,
And you for the don't keep it Chicago abreast of the real deal. What's really going on in politics in Chicago?
Hold on. Life board, who is now majority leader, and it was like my road dog. We rode back and forth on the Springfield, and it fought a good fight for all of them, especially for our community, the Black community on the west side and the western suburbs. Now I'm the campaign manager and I'm helping Willie Wilson and a lot of these young people that are running for, because we also need a new city council of Zelda, not just a new man and black people that's so mad at African American people. I'm not mad, white people, the Russians or the Republicans or the machine. I'm pissed with black people because we can be so self-hateful. And if we lose our own self-hate, and we'll have it come.
Oh, this is a great day to talk forward, doing the same things that we've been doing our lives. We've got to do something different. If you want to do something different, then you've got to be outrageous. And by outrageous, I mean get out of your head, get out of your heart, don't get out.
When I get them, they like they came as a multi-millionaire.
Hello.
Man, or they don't work for the city. All these young people who also have dropped out of school, who also have given up.
Yeah.
They don't have a chance.
Yes.
Wilson proves that you're so pissed off at black people. Man, black women, I know it's your show and I know the importance of it as it relates to women. But Willie Wilson gave away $400,000 worth of feminine products to our sisters that's locked up in jail. He did that.
Yes.
I saw him do that. He went to the jail. He went to the prison. What do y'all need? They told him what he needed. He delivered.
Yes.
His own private money. He didn't have to do that. I've seen him pay people's property taxes. Negro told me he didn't pay mine.
Oh.
Like, shut up. So it's all just about you.
Right.
It's all just about you. Then I saw him give away, pay people's light bills, phone bills, gas bills, and the Negro that's running for mayor put up on Facebook, all he do is stand outside the liquor store, $100 to alcoholics trying to buy votes, and he only give money to the underclass and the uneducated.
Oh my
He's
God.
supposed to be a community activist. I'm like,
yeah. You want to choke him, don't you? I know.
I mean, what kind of mayor do you want? One that's going that has a heart for the people.
Thank
like,
you.
Don't give up with your heart. One who cares for people, one who gives money away to the homeless, or you want one who wears $1,000 fist sucker suit, speak with a silver tongue, lie real smoothly to you, and I love him. Is that what you want?
Yes,
you want a mayor? Yeah, Willie was from little country. He's from down south, but guess what? He loves people. Press Lord. Black people, y'all getting on my nerves.
I hate to say it, but I'm right there with you. And this is the phone we can voice our opinions, and we don't give a doggone who says it. Because let me tell you, Ricky, every Sunday morning, I play bid whist with a group of my peers who are all retired, most of them anyway, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And, you know, I always have the Willie Wilson button on. I don't have it on this morning. Had a little chaos going on this morning, but I always wear whenever, you know, you see me at the press conference. Whenever I'm out and about, I always have a Willie Wilson button on, and people will always come up and say to me, "You know what, Zelda? I thought you were a smart lady. Why you wearing that man's button?" I said, "What do you mean by that?" And I used to get mad, but this is what I do now, Ricky. I confront them dead on, and a lot of people walk away from me. They hate me. They look like they want to spit on me, but I could care less because I'm speaking my mind. This is America. I can say what I want, when I want, how I want to say it. This is what I tell them, Ricky. This is what I tell them. I said, because the first thing that they say is, he can't even talk. You can't understand nothing he's saying.
I knew you was going to say that.
I definitely got it in my mouth. And baby, I'm ready for him because this is what I tell him. First of all, the man, if he wanted to improve his diction, which he is, because if you look at last year's work that I shot on the Higher Learning Network TV show a year before that, and you look at this year's, you will see a difference in his dialect, in his diction, in his enunciation. So he is working to improve himself. But my question to you, for those who are criticizing him, is to ask yourself, what is it? What character flaw do you have within that is making you attack a man who is trying to help someone despite his so-called character defects? What's going on in you that you can point out the bad that he's doing instead of the good that he's doing? Helping people keep their homes by paying off their taxes, getting people out of jail. What the hell are you doing? Nothing but criticizing. So what's going on in your heart?
They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing but trying to run a Boston on, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
And this is what gets me though. This man does business all around the world.
Yes.
China, in Indonesia, in Africa, all over America.
Yes.
They understand what he's saying. They say how many million?
Yes, they do.
How many million?
Yes, they do.
They understand that.
Yes.
The Chinese have an interpreter there.
Yes.
Said this. Willie has his interpreter there that he's paying. They say he said that.
Yes.
They cut them deals on them contracts.
Yes.
And that's